very good morning to everybody on this Saturday, the 23rd of October. Now, firstly, as I always say, thank you to all the viewers very, very much, and all the businesses that allow me to make these videos. Thank you to these two parties very much. A message for you. I've had an incredible week. The last 3 or 4 days has been hectic. Now, I've had to split today's video up. Now, this part one is all about visits to sites, visits to shops, new and old, and a new actual bar that's opened up just a few days ago. So this is what is on part one. Part two, which follows immediately in another video, is all about a craft show, which I knew nothing about until this morning on the Saturday. That's why I've had to split it. It would have been too long. I'm going to start this part one off now, thanking everybody for everything. Thank you all very much. A very good morning to everybody on this very, very wet Wednesday morning. I'm very fortunate here because I'm able to use the window of a show toppers. Now this morning we have an invite to go across the road to Mama's Restaurant. That's it there with the red frontage, Mama's Restaurant. So I'm going to thank Karen very much for letting me make this introduction from her show toppers. So now we're going to go across the road and to see what is happening in this Mama's Restaurant. Safely inside now, this very, very popular Mama's Restaurant, which is now, as we all know, under new ownership. The project is coming along very well. However, as you will see, lots still to do, but I thought you would like to see all the wonderful progress here. And in front, you can see these very, very specially made mouldings. We progress down the entrance into the next section here, and again a couple of those specially made mouldings. A quick look through there, and turning the camcorder to my left, you will see that all the walls here have been what I call white walled. And in front, very, very important member of staff. And we're going to go down here, which will be one of the main eating areas. And there's no need for myself to tell you the marvellous, marvellous progress that has been made here. It is taking shape nicely. And there's those specially made mouldings again. We'll go back up these very short number of steps up here. We're up those couple of steps. And here, a very, very interesting little cubicle here, which I'm sure will be put to wonderful use. Now we're going to go to the area of the actual bar. Now here we have a very, very specially made wine cabinet. I was asked to point this out. Beautiful job. And now we can proceed to the bar counter itself. We're lucky here because this only arrived a couple of days ago. I'll just lift up the black covering. And there we are. You can see the bar counter itself. I'm just replacing the black covering. We will have a quick look at this area here. The ceiling beautifully finished, and we're making our way now out of the bar area to the next one. And that is the first part of the kitchen. And here, everything here is in white cladding. At the moment, as you can see, there's a protective blue film over this, but it's beautifully finished. It really is. Look at the ceiling. And now we're going to go into the actual kitchen area itself, where all the food will be prepared. Unfortunately, there is no electricity here today because they're still working on this part of the electrics in this area. However, I can tell you that everything that you see will be slotted in very, very quickly indeed. All under control here. A quick look at some switches here, some power points, everything all new, all the electrics completely new, all throughout. Now here is a very interesting area. It is an extension. Most interesting. We will find more about this in our next visit, hopefully. We will make our way now from the kitchen area and that extension. And we're going to go back to the area of the bar. There's that wine cabinet, and in front you will see a flight of steps. Now up there is the usual offices. That's the ladies and gents toilets. Now this area is not yet available to film. There's still a lot of work to do up there, so we're not going to go up there. All that remains for myself to do is to thank this very, very important member of staff for the visit, and I'm going to ask him to give all our regards to the actual owner. And we will see you in 3 or 4 weeks' time. Thank you ever so much for this, and this is Mama's Restaurant, Topping Street. Work in progress, and coming along very, very nicely indeed. That is Mark Kelly's across the road, so that must mean that we're going to go to a viewing area to see the tram tracks and the build of the Holiday Inn. In front are the tram tracks with the mesh, which is waiting for the concrete. And the good news is that this concrete is expected very, very soon, possibly tomorrow, the Friday or Monday. In front, lots of tradesmen here today, lots of contractors working in this area. We're now going to leave here and proceed to our second viewing area just around the corner. Oh, the security have just seen me and allowed me inside to show you this uninterrupted view of the works going on here this morning. Thank you for this. These sets of clips are from our secondary viewing area, and today we can see this huge transporter. Now on the back, this transporter has brought steel framed internal panels for the build of the Holiday Inn, all the way from Scarborough. We are very fortunate because I think we're going to be treated to a lift by the tower crane. I have just taken a few paces back, and yes, we are going to be treated to see the tower crane hoist up some of these internal walls for the Holiday Inn Hotel. The lorry that you've seen, fully loaded with these, and the crane driver swinging these now to be placed onto the top of the first story of the Holiday Inn Hotel. Internal walling these are. We'll follow it round because I think it's going to go to the other side possibly. Yes, it's going to swing right the way around, so I'm going to see if I can find another viewing area. Possibly from viewing area 1, our principal area. Just made it to our principal viewing area. And you can see that those internal walls now being safely placed onto the first story of the Holiday Inn itself. And with this view here, these gates are not going to be opened today, so I can only show you this view here. This ends our visit today to this Holiday Inn Hotel. That's Cedar Square right at the end. And we are now, yes, in Edward Street. I brought you here because there's marvellous progress that has been made. Now please remember, there's 2 projects here. This is the first one, and you're looking at project 1. Bambas are here. Can you see the nicely finished upstairs and the work that's all going on to provide new shop fronts? I can show you inside a quick view of what's going on in this first project in Edward Street. There we are, part of the internal project that's going on. Now that yellow fascia sees the start of the second project here, another group of contractors. And as we all know, this unit here was the old store of Black's. And the project goes right the way around the corner here. All these shop fronts will be replaced. A huge project like the first one. However, it will be accomplished, I can assure you of that. A quick look in here. And a look back to the yellow fascia, and that ends our visit to Edward Street today. The day after yesterday, and we have to return to the build here of the Holiday Inn and the tram lines. Now I've just got to quickly mention there's another big building company here called Sisk. Now they're working on all the tram lines, and Robertson are doing the Holiday Inn Hotel. I thought I'd just mention that. Now the reason why I brought you back the day after yesterday is we have some more concrete that has arrived. There's the pump there, and in front all the contractors receiving the concrete now and laying it down on and either side of the tram lines. I'm going to show you the concrete mixer in a couple of moments. Another view of the pump. So next, I'm now just going a few paces to my left to show you the actual concrete mixer itself. And this is a fine view for myself to be able to show you that concrete mixer that is passing all its concrete now to the pump that you have just seen in the previous clip. Yes, it's really flowing now, all this concrete at this building site. We have arrived at our secondary viewing area, and just like yesterday, this big transporter has arrived this morning carrying yet more wall panelling. And also some wonderful news which I can tell you now when we arrive at our principal viewing area in a couple of moments. I'm just going to leave now for that area. It is hoped from our principal viewing area this morning that this visit proves interesting. I'm just going to show you a view of that pumping operation this morning from this angle. Now I'm turning the camcorder around. I'm just going to go a couple of safely placed steps to my left, and I can show you, look what's happened. The second story is now in progress. That is due to the arrival of all that panelling that we've seen over the last 2 days. There we are, you can see the second story started there now. And this will complete our visit this morning to the build of the Holiday Inn and the tram lines.
Across the road is Abingdon Street Market. And here we have the West Coast Rock Cafe. And then Scream and Shake and the Crypt. We are known here. Now these premises here, the premises are called the Lounge. Now this has appeared from nowhere. So we have an invite, and I'm just going to take you in there to find out what it's all about. The Lounge, and it's only been open for a matter of days. Things happen quickly in Blackpool, and this is another prime example of that. Now we are inside now of the Lounge, and straight away we can see lovely seating and tables. And if I was turned to my left, there's some tables there now. They also do food here. Look, there's a chicken burger that you can have, or a cheeseburger. I'll show you all the tables and the chairs. And also look, you can also have a nice game of pool here. It's a very good high quality table. And the television which will be turned on in the evenings. And there's a small stage here, so no doubt they will be having some music. And in front is the bar itself with a huge selection of drinks. And there's the bar manager there in front. Show you all the drinks and the lovely pumps here. And the counter as well. Very nicely done indeed. Well, I've got to give them full marks because this has appeared from absolutely nowhere. And it's very, very impressive indeed. So that's our visit to the lounge today. And so if you're passing, or you'd like a game of pool, or a nice drink, or a snack, please consider visiting the lounge. Look at where we are now. We are inside Kenny's scooter shop, which is directly opposite where we're going. We're going to see Claire and Keith in their shop in the Planet Anime shop, which is exactly across the road. I'm in here because, as you can see, it's pouring with rain. So Kenny's let me start the video, an introduction here to this shop. So we'll go across the road now and see what's happening. Now, yes, we are inside now this anime store. Now, I'm very pleased to say that some of the stock has arrived here. So that's why we're going to make this video today. Not all of the stock has arrived, but however, as said, quite a lot of it has. So I'm going to hand you over now to Claire, who is waiting to escort us round the shop.
Okay. These are our statues. Five Nights at Freddy statue. And there's our wallets that have just come through on here. Wallets. And not a lot's come at the back, but we've got our Chucky collection. That's Glenn and Tiffany, that's coming for Halloween. And I don't know what to do with it. And some of our figures, some of them have arrived.
Okay.
Hello. Yes.
There's Keith there. His foot is improving every day,
Yeah,
but
we're
he's
getting there.
getting there. Well done, Keith.
And our Naruto minifigure range that's come through, and a pop-up parade. Latest Japan figures have come through. So just waiting for the rest of our stock to come through, aren't we? And we've had some cushions that have come through. Yeah, we're just putting them out. Cushions.
Well, Claire, thank you very much.
You're
And Keith, also, you get better now. I know you're getting better by the day. Thank you very much for this tour around your store. And I'm so pleased to see that some of your stock has arrived. More coming, but when that will happen, one does not know. So thank you very much, Claire. Thank you very much, Keith.
With another view of the North Pier and the Irish Sea this Saturday morning, it is from here that I'm closing this part 1 video down, thanking everybody who has watched it and all the businesses as well for letting me view them. So I must go home now and get to work on part 2.